Okay, so this is my second tutorial video, my PvP build, which is that Oracle build. Setting up my screen hotkeys, they're really good, but I'm not quite good enough to use them. So yeah, as always, the 9 pylon. Keep pumping probes. So yeah, this is SC2 Stalin's PvP build. Don't throw down your second chrono, because if you do, you won't have enough minerals to get that gateway. Throw it down now. Okay, this is a very gas-heavy build, so you get the earliest double extractor that you can. In fact, sometimes... Nope, not that time. Yep. So that is really the perfect way to do this. Try and throw down a 17 pylon, I think. The only issue here is that you do delay your cyber core by 5 seconds. You know, it's not a lot, but it can make the difference in some games. But for this build, it is really essential that you have the gas necessary to carry it through. Keep chronoing probes. At this point, I like to scout. It usually tells me whether he's going for, you know, 4-gate, Oracle, 1-gate expand. I mean, this build does deal with 4-gate, but it helps to be aware that it's coming. Now sometimes I like to try and hide a pylon to throw down the Stargate, but on this map it's just pretty tough. So yeah, I get the mothership core first. Sometimes that in itself is enough to scare off the probe so he doesn't see what's happening. So yeah, he's chronoing probes, which just tells me that he's not going for a ridiculously early 4-gate timing. You know, he could still be going pretty damn aggressive, but it's not something I need to worry about too much. I actually like to throw down. I get a gateway and I get gateway research and a stalker, and then I expand after getting my oracle, of course. See, with that double assimilator, I do actually have enough gas to do pretty much everything I need to do. And I'll throw down my expansion now. It's sometimes nice just to send this probe across, because if he's going for a push at this point, it's good to know that it's coming. And if he's not going for a push, I shouldn't lose. If he's not going for a push, I shouldn't lose the probe. So now I throw down my Robo Bay, because I've seen him going quite passive, and I don't want to get caught out by something like DTs, because it could be. Ah, he's going Oracle. So, having scouted that, I can hopefully not lose anything to his Oracle, and kill a lot of stuff with his Oracle. and kill a lot of stuff with my Oracle, because he's going to be trying to micro that, get kills with it, and I'm not going to let that happen. Oh. Alrighty then. So yeah, sometimes that happens. I stopped his Oracle from doing any damage, but I just backed out there because I couldn't do any damage there. So I'm going to get an Overseer for here. I'm going to patrol with my thing. You see, I did get up an earlier expansion than him, so I feel my build is better than his build because I'm going to have more probes, more minerals, and more gas. So while we go pretty similar builds, he's going to be hurting, I feel, in the later game because I'm going to have a better composition than him. So now I throw down 2 or 3 gateways, you know. The build becomes more flexible here. You see, I got 1 Phoenix because I don't want to lose anything to Oracles. And I'm going to go Colossus to help do this. You see that it's quite hard for him to get in the top end, so now I'm going to position my units down at the bottom to catch any Oracles that try and get in there. Yeah, just poke again. As in, if he's moved out with his army... the reason why this beats a 4-gate, by the way, is because his army's out there and your Oracle gets into his main and you can get Void Rays. Little known fact, Oracle beats a Stalker. Fuck. Oracle does not beat a Stalker and a Photon Overcharge. Better known fact. So yeah. Silly of me, but basically, if he wasn't paying attention, I did get the Stalker kill, so it wasn't too bad for me, but it would have been nice if I'd gotten a couple of probe kills before he'd done that. You know. Oh. I did not notice him attacking. So now he's massively ahead because he's going to win the game. So why did he win there? I misread him. I thought he was going expansion there, and actually he was going for a massive 1 base push. In fact, if he is still 1 basing, then I'm not actually too far behind because I do have Colossus tech. So sometimes you do just have to sack your natural. That I'm not going to disguise it though. That was bad. You know, I'm going to send out I should have sent my my Overseer into his natural to check if he'd actually got it, but I just assumed him not having attacked up till then. That was the obvious move, was for him to take an expansion. He didn't agree with me. And fair dues to him. Yeah, it looks like a fairly recent expansion, but... oh, he's ahead now. As you can imagine, is bad. So, my move is... So he's moving out with a force, and this could go badly for me. Because I just don't have enough colossus to deal with this. I know. He killed a lot of my probes. And my burgeoning army. See, I didn't think he was going to push, so I didn't have an army. But like I say, he's a little bit ahead, but if I get this expansion up, he's not, because he did go for a very late natural, probably during or after his push. So, you know. I like to get Zealot legs quite early because it's really good against his Stalker army. His Stalker investment in the late game is going to be pretty bad because, okay, I'm going to pull this observer to my army because I need it with my army. And it's fulfilled its usefulness in detecting his thing. We go Templar tech now. That comes under the title extremely annoying. Hopefully I have, because I got the early Colossus lead, I should have enough Colossus to deal with his army, but I'm not sure. Get 2 or 3 Stormers to put in your army. Make sure you continue getting those upgrades. It's just a hallucinated phoenix. It's not worth the trouble it would take to kill. Okay, now I've got to push out and try and get that expansion. I feel like because of my upgrade advantage and storm and everything, I might be ahead, but you know, he did get that really good early game engagement, so only thing left to do is to really try and just make sure I keep up Colossus. Yep, you see, charge lots and more Colossus beats a really bad Stalker army. As in, his composition just wasn't good enough. Also, I had Storm, and Storm is really good. So, basically, that was a really bad read on what he was trying to do. I thought that he had expanded, but he went for a massive one-base push. What you have to do then, and I didn't do, is pull probes and your army up to your main and just force field your ramp. because you do get that little bit of extra economy, you should be able to hold him off. And I forgot to pull my probes and my army, and so I lost most of both. But I did get the force fields on the high ground, and because I had the tech advantage, Colossus on the high ground with force fields would have beat him if he tried to Stalker his way up. And he didn't have blink or observers to get high ground vision. So, wasn't the best game. If I should have sent my observer and seen he hadn't got a natural and pumped out more Zealots and more Colossus, because Zealots and Colossus beat Stalker or Immortal. That's the way it goes. Thanks, that was my second tutorial. The early game bit is still completely valid, because that pretty much protects you against everything. It lets you get out Phoenixes to deal with those oracles. Managed not to take any damage from that, but he saw mine coming and was protected against that. Bit of a shame. Anyway, thanks for watching. It's my PvP.